when they go to North Korean side, that's when actually the torture and beating begins. Once you get caught, we are not even going to fight, try to do anything. We are just gonna kill ourselves right there. We were not going to give the joy to this, these authorities to torture us and to end our life in that way. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about what happens to North Korean defectors once they get caught in China and then sent back to North Korea. We talked about the repatriation of North Korean defectors in China a lot before, but didn't really talk about exactly what happens to these defectors once they get caught. What I feared and what my fellow North Korean defectors feared the most in China was getting caught by the Chinese authority and sent back to North Korea, because the consequences if we get caught and sent back was unimaginable. So when we were living in China, there are a lot of times the authorities search towns and using the checkpoints. Even when we were taking train or bus, they would search ID, and North Korean defectors wouldn't have the ID. Some of them even get the fake ID. The police do ask questions in Chinese and really verify if we are North Korean or not. Chinese Communist Party catch us, send us back to North Korea because they don't want North Korean dictatorships to fall. And there is nothing for Chinese regime to gain from us, to escape and to be free, because once we go out from North Korea, we are really raising awareness and talk about the brutality of the regime and how Chinese regime also treats North Korean defectors in China. So in this video, I'm going to just really focusing on what happens once you get caught. That is, once you get caught in China, the Chinese authority put you in Chinese prison first, in a more like interrogation center. They put you into a cell with other fellow defectors who also got caught, and they separate them to women and men in both separate cells. There they do get some documents and saying what's your name, where are you from, why did you escape, when did you escape, and all of those like basic information about a person. Then they wait for a period to transfer them to North Korean authorities. There are things like these women begging this Chinese authority to let them go. I have a child which is my Chinese husband, like, can I go, but these Chinese authorities wouldn't. Even these women were the mothers of Chinese kids. During that time, there's not as bad, the beatings were not that bad even in China side. And I heard also people do get decent food, not like great food, but not about to die from starvation, that kind of treatment that they will get in North Korea. In that period, a lot of women try to kill themselves, men too. Once they get them back, the fate is unimaginable, so they really try to kill themselves there. And Chinese authorities do make sure that these people don't kill themselves there. After the initial period passes, these defectors do get transferred to North Korean side. They usually transport them to like bus or cars in those bridges between the border in China and North Korea. When they go to North Korean side, that's when actually the torture and beating begins. As soon as you arrive in the North Korean side, they strip you off entire clothes, because they really trying to find if these women were having some money hiding. The things these women do to hide money to save their family. So for them, when they send back to North Korea, it is so crucial for them to have any money within them, so that money can set them, bribe them and get them free, or sometimes, or even like they can get that money to help their family members waiting for them. Most of the time when these women escape to China, you guys often think like they are so irresponsible. Why would they abandon their family and go to China? It is not. If they stayed behind, everyone is going to die from starvation. So these women most of the time risk their life to go to China and become the sexual slave to Chinese men. Then they earn money as a prostitute, as as a washing disher, like all sorts of labor, and then get that money and send back to their family members through brokers. So these women have their literally money hiding in the women's private part. Sometimes they even eat it. You actually just really hiding the money to eat it, and then you hope that they are not going to even search your feces afterwards. But North Koreans do that. Now they strip down your clothes and they put their fingers in women's parts and search it through. They don't treat us like humans. We are like less than even any kind of animal. They call like literally us like less valuable than animals. They search through every part, rip you apart, and then they say if they can't find anything, you cannot go to bathroom anytime. You have to wait for them, and they say like, can I go to bathroom? And they come with you and ask you to open your even feces to check if there's anything there is valuable. I mean, just saying these things too makes me really sorry that you guys have to hear this, but I also not sorry, because this is what's happening to my people. This is what is happening to human beings right now in this 21st century. This is what dictatorship does. So once that happens, they start beating you every day and then try to get the information. They ask big 4 questions. 1, were you in China during the time Defectors when you were in China? Have you ever met missionaries from South Korea or any Christian missionaries? If you said yes, your crime is way severe. And the second is like, have you ever met South Korean or American? And then that will also divide your criminal, like the sentence. Third is like, have you ever tried to escape from China to other country like South Korea or America, other countries? And the lastly is, are you pregnant with a Chinese man's child? So if they said, I have met someone from mission groups, you are going to send to prison, concentration camp. At that point, your crime is not going to just stop being in a prison camp. They think of your defection as in a very political way.